Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. We begin with the record-breaking smoke, hazardous air conditions impacting tens of millions of Americans for the second straight day. The dangerous haze from hundreds of Canadian wildfires blankets large sections of the country, with Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia the most impacted. Here in the nation's capital, the first ever code purple for fine particulate pollution. Look at the thick smog hanging over famous landmarks, with residents and tourists urged to remain indoors. 15 states from Vermont to South Carolina have issued air quality alerts today. The White House postponed today's Pride event on the South Lawn, while the Washington Nationals postponed their afternoon game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The low visibility also caused hundreds of flight delays at East Coast airports. We have team coverage tonight with CBS's Christina Ruffini, starting us off from Arlington, Virginia. Good evening, Christina.
Good evening, Nora. We're on a hillside just outside Arlington National Cemetery, and normally on a clear day, this is a great place to come and bring the family because you get a huge expansive view of the city. But tonight, what you see behind me is a pretty fuzzy Lincoln Memorial, an almost invisible Washington Monument, and a Capitol dome almost completely obscured by smoke.
Smoke from the Canadian wildfires made an undiplomatic stop in D.C. today, masking monuments, shuttering stadiums, and even forcing the pandas at the National Zoo inside.
And the air quality is bad outside. Staying indoors in well-ventilated places is beneficial.
With air quality in D.C. at hazardous, outdoor dining was taken off the menu, and it was indoor recess for area schools. About 17,000 children in the district suffer from asthma, which Dr. Shupa Patel says makes them particularly vulnerable.
This small particulate matter and wildfires in particular go really low and deep into the lungs, causing that inflammation, irritation, and airway reactivity that results in an asthma exacerbation.
Tonight, more than 400 wildfires are burning in Canada, polluting the skies over much of the East Coast. Philadelphia is experiencing its worst air quality in 24 years, and state workers in New Jersey were told to come in late.
The scale of this is extraordinary.
The sky over Manhattan looked downright dystopian Wednesday as smog lit up the horizon red, obscuring the iconic skyline. But what a difference a day makes.
I'm Lila Luciano in New York, where the air has cleared a bit. It went from hazardous yesterday to unhealthy today. That means that it could still be dangerous for people with underlying health conditions. That's why the city's giving out free masks to anybody who needs them.
I figure if I wear two, it would be much better for me.
With young children at greater risk, New York City schools switched to remote learning on Friday.
The message is this is not over. We might get a little respite, but I don't want people to let down their guard.
Despite warnings from officials to stay inside, neither rain nor snow nor smog will stop the U.S. Postal Service.
You can visibly see that the air is just not you don't want to breathe it in too much.
Construction sites around the city kept going too.
I'm outside because I need to work, but everybody can stay at home.
And dog walker Monique Benjamin says she's still showing up for her canine clients.
I was wearing a mask for most of my walk with Toby here. I do have asthma, so I do worry about it.
Now, there is some good news. The EPA tells CBS News this afternoon that most healthy adults and children will recover quickly from smoke exposure and won't suffer any long-term health consequences. Nora?
That is good news. Christina Ruffini, thanks.